there's a lot of things that are going on with Fortnite right now. I don't know what's happening. There's a lot of things. Like, they're saying there's going to be dinosaurs, Mars, stuff like that. Like, hold on. I'm going to search it up real quick. Hold on, guys. Excuse me. Okay, so there's a top 5 Fortnite season 5 games that could be coming. So let's just listen to it.
Too much news. Thankfully, though, too much news is just the right amount of news for a segment we call Ain't Nobody.
Ever since Season 3, potentially even earlier, we've always had a theme in Fortnite. First space expedition, then heroes and villains. So as Season 5 approaches at a rapid pace, the question a lot of people in Fortnite are wondering is what theme will they go with? Will it be aliens? Will it be beach and swimwear for summer? And most importantly, will it be llamas? Oh, please let the Season 5 theme be llamas. Well, we don't know for sure, but we do have 5 themes that could be coming or have some evidence that they're potentially theme routes that could be taking in Season 5.
There's a lot of things I want in Season 5. Like, for example, the aliens, sort of. There was a thing that they had angels in the beginning for their thumbnail for Season 5. But what I would mostly want, I don't know. Let's just think.
5.
And I also hope they have, like, for the Nintendo Switch only. Okay, so these are for your Nintendo Switch fans. So be happy. Like, in case they should do like free skin, like any Nintendo character. Yeah.
Welcome back to Top 5 Gaming, everyone, where today only, if you like and subscribe to the channel, we'll be giving out sick high fives. Do not miss out on an opportunity like this. Our high fives are like none you've ever had. Our high fives are incredible. Number 5, a possible superhero versus supervillain conflict. All the way throughout Season 3 of Fortnite Battle Royale, we got a bunch of clues leading up to the theme of Season 4. And at the beginning of that season, we were treated to a giant meteor crashing down onto the map, destroying various landmarks, and granting us superpowered jumping abilities through the use of the hop rocks. It also introduced superheroes to the world of Fortnite Battle Royale, with a whole new wave of superhero-themed skins and some superhero-themed locations being added into the map. These are 2 superhero bases on the Fortnite map at the moment, one in Salty Springs under the Blue House and another under the mansion on the eastern edge of the map. There's also the villain base, which is near Snobby Shores, and inside this base is a giant rocket, and recently this weapon of mass destruction has looked like it's going to take off and deal some serious damage. With loads of timers suddenly appearing across the Fortnite map, the whole of the latest season in Fortnite has been based around the island getting back to normal after Number 4, Fortnite Season 5 in space. Though the map has been changing every week in Season 4 of Fortnite.
Okay, that's the thing. That's why I put the thumbnail for on the bottom.
In the next Fortnite season. During Season 3, we had the meteor that was slowly growing larger and larger in the sky, but in this season, we've only had small changes across the map to tell us what might be coming. Only those small changes might have been telling us much more than we realized. Ever since the meteor fell to the map, there have been large trucks and shady government vehicles cleaning up pieces of the meteor from all over the map. And now that most of the chunks have been collected, those trucks are on the move, slowly crossing the map with every update that Epic Games puts out. Obviously, those rocks all have to be heading somewhere, and it looks like that somewhere may in fact be the evil supervillain base by Snobby Shores. I mean, those trucks have to be going somewhere, and it's a pretty specific thing to keep updating every month, so it has to be important, right? The current leading theory is that the hop rocks are actually being used to power up the rock that is currently located in the villain base, because who needs to use rocket fuel when you have a bunch of anti-gravity crystals to use, right? Well, with that many hop rocks being delivered to the mountain, there's only one place I can think of this rocket going, and that's up into space itself, meaning we might be getting an awesome new space theme coming up very soon. Number 3, the introduction of a new map entirely with aliens? What? So as we've discussed in this video already, there is a giant missile in the heart of the secret villain base, and unlike most of the things on the Fortnite map, it is completely impossible to destroy. No matter how many times you hit it with your pickaxe, shoot at it with a gun, or throw explosives at it, that missile stubbornly sticks around. The missile isn't the only thing on the map with these properties either, though. The meteor that has landed at Dusty Divot can't be destroyed either, and neither can the mysterious bunkers that have been placed around the map. This has led to the theory that all these are quest items and that they can't be destroyed because they will later be used in the story arc of this season. One such theory predicts that at the end of Season 4, something will emerge from the meteor itself, and the heroes and villains will band together to try and destroy the beam that crawls its way out. And then they'll accidentally destroy the map instead. That's why, according to this theory, there are bunkers at various locations across the map. They've been installed just in case the heroes and villain master plan to deal with the visitor goes horribly wrong. Number 2, could Thanos' cameo in the game have been a taste of what's to come? When the Mad Titan himself, Thanos, made a cameo in the game, we were all pretty excited for what this might mean in the future of Fortnite Battle Royale. With such a major part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe actually playable in the game, we all thought that there might be some really awesome Marvel-based superhero and supervillain skins in the running for the future, and when our dreams were crushed, Epic Games officially announced that the only interaction with Marvel that they would be having in the event would be the Thanos limited time mode, which allowed people to grab hold of the Infinity Gauntlet and swap their guns, and building in for the ability to end people's lives with giant fists, laser blasts, and super jumps of Thanos himself. But if what everyone pretty much expects to happen at the end of the season actually happens, and that giant rocket launches out and explodes on the map, there's a pretty high chance that some of our current off-brand heroes would get caught in the blast. Because of that, we'll need some brand new superheroes on the scene, and it would be the perfect opportunity to bring in some officially licensed Marvel superheroes on. It might not happen, but it's definitely something to think about. I mean, how...
If Deadpool was in that, then that would be awesome, because I just saw a Deadpool skin and a Black Panther skin. I would definitely love Black Panther. Deadpool.
Cool would it be to actually be able to play as Iron Man or the Hulk in a game of Fortnite? Number 1, everything on the map is just meaningless and we're freaking out. There's one piece of information that might just disprove everything that we talked about in this video so far today. Ever since the beginning of Season 4, we've thought that Fortnite Battle Royale has played host to a desperate battle between heroes and villains. But in actual fact, we might have been looking at everything wrong. The Week 6 special loading screen for Fortnite revealed something shocking. That battle between heroes and villains wasn't even real. All of it was in fact happening on a movie set. If that's the case, then the villain base and Rocket are probably nothing to do with the meteor at all, and everything we've seen up until this point could be totally meaningless, and we're all just freaking out over nothing. If that's the case, what would you like the next theme in Fortnite Battle Royale to be? It would be pretty cool to have something related to pirates or something else summary, even if that is a pretty big departure from the current meteor and superhero storyline. But that just about wraps up our list of the top 5 Season 5 Fortnite themes that could be coming to...
Okay. Alright, now we're going to look at top 10 Fortnite locations that might be coming soon.
One of the things that keeps Fortnite Battle Royale
something coming out for GTA 5
so fresh is the way that the map changes all the time. Since the game first released, we have so many new and interesting places added into the game. Can you even believe that there was a time where Fortnite Battle Royale had no tilted towers? Well, with Season 5 right around the corner, there's a pretty big chance that the map is going to be changing in some pretty big ways. Considering that Fortnite pays pretty close attention to its fan base, we could end up seeing some more fan creations ending up in the game. We all remember Epic put Haunted Hills into the game after seeing a concept on Reddit, right? Either way, in this video, we're going to be checking out the top 10 Fortnite locations that we could see soon. Legend has it that if you subscribe to Arcade Cloud and like this video, Epic will add a new fan area to the game. So make sure you like and subscribe. Or they couldn't. Number 10, Dusty Docks. Dusty Depot has seen the most change out of anywhere on the Fortnite map, mainly because it was almost completely obliterated when the asteroid came hurtling down out of the sky, ripping a massive hole into the ground with a piece still sitting right in the middle. Sure, other places got hit too, but Dusty Depot got hit so hard that it completely changed its name to something new, Dusty Divot. Well, this concept takes Dusty Divot and then gives it another radical makeover, making the area become the Dusty Docks. The Dusty Docks concept answers the age-old question of What happens if you take a giant meteor crater and fill it with water? The answer is that you get a pretty cool-looking man-made beach. That's basically what the Dusty Docks concept is. On the right-hand side, you have one set of simple wooden docks, and at the far back, you have a more fancy set of docks that look like they are probably more commercial, as if they were planned for people to come and rent boats from or something. Then, at where the current main entrance to the divot is, you have a pretty nice-looking beach for people to come and sunbathe at. Considering the next season is going to be taking place in the middle of summer, this idea hits on a pretty good theme. And the people who came up with it even designed a bunch of summer stints to go with it. Number
Okay, budget.